Hello, welcome back to Sokobond Express. Our last episode we ended off like on H5, right? So we started off the double train levels, and they got pretty cool. Like this is a really cool idea. It did not exist in oh wow, that's loud. Did not exist in like Sokobond. It didn't exist in Cosmic Express or regular Sokobond, I think. I don't remember if Sokobond allow you to make multiple. I think it did allow you to make multiple molecules. In here, we will also be able to do that. Alright, so this is the one we got stuck with. 2 hydrogen ions, which both need to touch this to gain an electron. It could be possible that one forms hydrogen, one forms water. Okay, how is the bridge used? It is possible it's something like this, basically, like something like this happens. That's one way the bridge could be used. It's also possible it's just one regular round trip. It's pretty tough for this to round trip itself though, without blocking off stuff. That's one way you can round trip. Maybe that works somehow? I don't see why it will work though, like with this in particular. Right? Yeah, I don't see why this would work. This wouldn't work because, well, for a couple reasons. But even if I prevented that from happening like this, that would be out of the play area, which fails. What about this? Yeah, this works. Wait, what? Must I use both sides of a bridge? I don't. Okay. That's really weird. But sure. Spirit of vitriol, butter of antimony, sugar of lead. These are the ingredients for a birthday cake, but they are chemical names for sulfuric acid, antimony trichloride, and lead acetate. Sorry, what? Sulfuric acid is known as spirit of vitriol. Interesting. Antimony trichloride is known as butter of antimony, and lead acetate is known as sugar of lead. Interesting. Alright, I want to go over to that level. What does the hint say? It is in fact 2 waters, but horizontal. So I think I did like a really unintended solution. Like a really unintended solution. But you know what? I'm happy enough with this. This works. Alright. I wonder if anyone else found this solution as well. Okay, H6. Okay. So once again, 2 of these. The same issue seems to be arising here. And also, I think it's 2 loops. So maybe something like this can happen. It's not 2 loops, but it's more of two of these kinds of things. Right? Okay, well, I want to say that this is firstly wrong for a few reasons already. In the end of this train, in the end of this path, right? I'm gonna move this away so that doesn't happen. No, this might work. This might work. I was gonna, at the end of this path, this molecule will be down here, but that's not true. The molecule is actually up here. And if I manage to avoid that, I can do that by fulfilling a few conditions. Firstly, nothing can be above me at all. So I can't do something like this followed by something like this, because that would cause a collision. In fact, that would already cause a collision multiple. Yeah, wouldn't that already cause a collision? Actually, this wouldn't cause a collision because the thing will be here, but this will cause a collision because in the time it takes, they take a roughly equal amount of time to get to the exit. They will clash into each other. So Bang. Okay. And this will always happen for this structure. So maybe the top structure is fine, but the bottom structure clearly is not fine. The top structure has a lot less issue. Just gotta make sure the bottom structure doesn't actually die. And right now it seems like it will. So maybe this is better? No, because then the same issue occurs. This now has an atom in it. So this one can't actually end here. Okay. Maybe this is wrong? Maybe it's one outside, one inside. That's also plausible. Yeah, it's also possible as one outside, one inside. Like this, and then... oh. And then another one that just goes in here. That... no, this one is not filled, so... yeah, so I guess what can happen is actually I can break this up. I can actually make some space to go around it, if that is required. Oh, I guess that isn't actually required at all. There is a problem of ending here though, because you can see these two are used, so... maybe this is better? Oh, that's a collision. So this doesn't work, does it? Wait, oh yeah, no, that doesn't work. That's a collision. Okay. So nothing below it either. Can I do something on the top of it? I can. Doesn't this clash though? Yeah, this would clash, right? Can I arrange the top to do anything? No, this always breaks because this path, yeah, blocks the path no matter what. Yeah, and this path is always gonna be used. That's where the exit is, so that would break. But side doesn't exist, so the side shouldn't work either. Bottom doesn't work because of the collision, and I can't move up because that would already end the path. What if I went the other way around? Does that work? I mean, it's a symmetrical thing, right? Yeah, this entire puzzle is symmetrical along this line, so flipping the entire solution would lead to the same problems. Can I avoid this somehow? I think I have to do this though. Yeah. Okay, so that doesn't work. Let's try something else. Maybe the outside is still wrong. It instead could be like this instead, I guess. Oh, the one way this could not be vertically symmetrical is the start and end points of these hydrogens are not. So maybe that's fine. I wouldn't really trust it to, you know, do that kind of thing though. Alright, let's try this. So if the end is on top here, nothing can really be on top of oxygen, but can't really be beside either. So maybe it's on top plus the other side? No, top again? That seems maybe plausible. No, there's a collision there. Ugh. Yikes. Okay, what if I slowed down the movement? But I could slow down this path. No, I need it to be above. Would that still be a collision? Yes, there's still a collision no matter what. What if I made it even slower? Like this. Oh, look at that. Okay, I don't know if that was intended, but by slowing down the path of this, we allow this molecule to move past us before going up here and blocking the way. So as you can see here, this molecule being formed when H and O bond to each other, they move past us while this goes up. So this sort of acts as a closing door, which yeah, it acts as a closing door, but fortunately the HO here moves out of the way just in time. Okay, the sugar substitute saccharin was discovered when a chemist forgot to wash his hands after work. Every morsel he touched at dinner with his grubby hands tasted incredibly sweet. Ugh, that doesn't feel very safe or hygienic. But alright. Alright, let's repeat that. Let's see what the hint was. Ah, the hint was one horizontal and one L shape. I guess the horizontal one would have to be this one, right? Yeah, because it can't be this one, otherwise it would be blocked. So one horizontal and one L shape. Interesting. Maybe you could prevent this unintended solution by having empty paths here. Like by removing paths here. Unless this is required for the solution as well, in which case, yikes. I can also further make this more efficient by shortening the path taken by this one. Then there'll be really a lot of time for this exchange to occur. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on. After H in scientific order will be C. So let's see what C is about. I'm gonna expect it's 2 tracks again. It is, with 2 ends as well. This might be the first. This actually looks like the simplest one. Okay, it could be 1H, 1O. And I think I might be able to see how that works. It is a surprisingly symmetrical solution. Okay. Do you think there's anything more here? The molecules that make autumn leaves red are actually there all year round. They're just masked by the abundance of chlorophyll. When chlorophyll breaks down, the leaves turn red. Oh, that's what happens? Okay, a molecule makes the leaves red first, but chlorophyll's green overtakes that. And only in autumn does chlorophyll break down. Why so? Is it the sun not being there as often? Maybe. Which is what makes them fall off during winter, possibly. Perhaps so. Okay, let's see what the hint was. There's one H1O. I'm wondering, is it possible to get a different solution here? And I think the answer is no. The reason why is because for any different solution, you're going to need H2O2. And you're going to need hydrogen peroxide. And that doesn't work because we know trains can't bond with each other. So the H and O can't bond already. They also can't form a full bond on them. They can't even be bonded indirectly through another oxygen. So this won't work. Okay. Let's continue. Oh, hold on. Wait, the sea fills up as we solve puzzles? Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that happened. Alright. Oh my goodness, this is very complicated. Okay, this thing is not shaded because it starts off as a bond already. Also, in terms of move order, yeah, the bond takes 1 turn. It looks like hydrogen here can move down 1 while the bond occurs, right? And then only on the 2nd turn of this hydrogen does this start moving. That could be useful or a hindrance in some way. Okay, I could make water. I could make hydrogen peroxide if I wanted to. Like this. Okay, I do need to do this for space though. No, but this won't actually fit, so... No, that's not good. Maybe a hydrogen... No, this hydrogen is not going to be used up. Is this a HONO? This might be a HONO, right? Yeah, I'd say this could be HONO like this, and the H2O goes down here. That actually looks right. There you go. And vertically doesn't work, right? Yeah, because it goes under the play area. Alright, it's nice. HONO and H2O. We usually think of bones as creamy white, but if buried somewhere waterlogged and rich in iron, they can grow vivianite. Sorry, what? A mineral that turns deep blue in contact with air. Interesting. Waterlogged and rich in iron. Why would it turn blue though? If blue is like the color of something else. Like copper is blue. Like copper ions are blue. Like rust is made from iron, which is why it's red. Because iron 3 ions are red. But if it's blue, is it a different... No, sorry. The mineral is one that turns deep blue. Interesting. I'm thinking that it's possible that this is a displacement reaction where copper somehow displaces iron due to the increased reactivity, maybe? I'm not sure. I also have never seen like blue colored bones before, but maybe it exists somewhere. Alright, C3. Okay, we start with... Well, we start with a pure hydrogen already. We need to make another hydrogen somewhere here. So this... This should work. Ah, I know what this is. This is going to teach us about collisions, right? So this, for example, can't go here because that will form out of area. So it has to go here. But as you can see, trying to do that directly causes a collision. And the only way to prevent that is by slowing this down somehow. Actually, no, it's not even... I can't even slow this down somehow. So I need to actually slow this train down. And I'm assuming this wouldn't work. Yeah, because the collision happens here. So even if I try to slow down like that, the collision will already happen way before the delay. So instead of delaying after the bond, I delay before the bond. Like this. Oof, no. Wait, what? Does this have to delay? Maybe this is the one that has to delay. Yeah, okay, so what has to happen here is that this will somehow move out of the way. Like this. So you can see the preview moving above by one tile. And using that time for this guy to cross. And I think that just works out because there's no collision symbol. Wow, look at that dance. That dance of molecules. It just like very barely goes around each other. Interesting. Okay. As well as distinctive look and sound, lightning has a distinctive smell. The bolt heats the air to 50,000 Fahrenheit, which is well at this scale it's 49,000 plus Celsius. So it's roughly the same. Splitting oxygen gas into single atoms, some of which reform as pungent ozone. Interesting. Alright, level 4. Okay. This is very clearly one outside, one inside. HNO actually does form its own molecule. But we can't do that. We want something like this? What? I know something like this is plausible, but actually breaks for a few reasons. Hydrogen. I mean, hydrogen just forms hydrogen gas, I think. Right? No, wait. I was thinking that hydrogen could form ammonia somehow, but that would cause this oxygen to just be on its own, which doesn't work. This oxygen is born with something. It could have two hydrogens, but that's unlikely because you have to do this to bond with one of them. So no, I think it's more likely it bonds with nitrogen and another hydrogen somewhere. You know, maybe this works. Like, maybe this works because it leaves space, right? Then this can bond the hydrogen here. This just needs to slow down to prevent a collision. So it can slow down by just making a very long path like this. Nice. Alright, this almost takes out the full grid of the board except this cell. But it's otherwise really satisfying. Alchemists thought the element platinum was made by combining silver and gold. That is why the symbol for a platinum is a sun joined to a moon. Interesting. That is really cool. Yeah, I don't actually know what the platinum symbol is like. But yeah, that is really cool. Okay. Can I see if I can make this look nicer? Because I do want to do that. So what happens here is I can split it up and do this instead. Yeah, in fact, it is stated here. I mean, I wouldn't have gotten much out of this because... I mean, I would have gotten some interesting idea because this oxygen bonded with this hydrogen is not possible with this one over here. So it has to be the other hydrogen. So that hint would have helped somewhat. Alright, so... misleading? Yes, misleading. This is a very simple looking solution, but we get a collision there. So we need to somehow do another solution here. Okay. How? We could go around one and... well, in the end, nothing can be on our right. And that's true for both trains. So either it's below plus something, which is really weird. Because how would that bond to the other H? It can't. Or it could be... Or it could be something like this. Like that. Something was outside. I was thinking that this might have been a great idea. You know. But that fails. And that fails because of this being outside the play area. If that did survive, then hydrogen would work. Whoa, hey. But would that be a collision? Oh, this hydrogen would be okay. Not what I wanted to demonstrate. But I can always like sort of slow this down to prove this. Yeah, like this would work, except for the fact that this goes out the play area. Okay. Yeah. So unfortunately, it doesn't work. That could be a very interesting, unintuitive solution, though. But is it really just water? And if so, how? I suppose that happened. Well, what could happen is actually I could go do something like this, followed by this. That will form an L shape which actually brackets this H perfectly. So a shape that looks like this. And actually leaves enough space. Now this just needs to slow down a lot. And I don't think it can, I think it just is too fast. So instead, I want to go touch this first before going around to touch that. That should be space, right? That would be space here, but no. Okay. That's a bit weird. Maybe this one can do it instead. I feel like it's the same problem, it's just flipped. Actually, this seems to be fine. This seems to somehow... Oh, okay. This doesn't work though. This takes the wrong hydrogen. Because after doing this and leaving, yeah. And doing this would also fail. Maybe this is better. Just nothing can bond to it anymore. It needs to be like... Okay, it needs to be like this, and then like this. Yeah, that's how you bracket it. Either that or this followed by this. The question is there some way to give space? And I think the answer is probably yes. This is way faster. And that allows for quite a lot of space, but enough space maybe? Not quite. What if I went down there first? Oh! There is enough space! Oh, there is barely enough space to survive this. Wow, look at that. Yeah, this is just... The entire section is just... timing challenges. That is very cool. I love that puzzle. We use a pH scale to describe acidity. What is actually measuring is the balance of hydrogen and hydroxyl ions in the water. Oh gosh, this brings me back to acids and bases. Yeah, this chapter was really tough in school. Just because there's a lot of numbers involved. Like in like the very basic sense, acidity and basicity all seem to be very, inherent, very basic topics, no pun intended. But after a while, the entire meaning of pH scale comes into question, and like at an advanced level, you're gonna have to start to learn what that actually means, and how to calculate pH based purely on concentrations of ions, which makes things a lot more complicated. Alright, C6. Okay, this was like one outside, one inside. This is also 1 nitrogen, 1 oxygen, right? If I did this... Okay, question. Why does this happen? Why is there not like... Oh, okay, because it comes first, obviously. But, you know, if it just went this way, it wouldn't work. If it went this way... Am I fast enough? No. And in fact, yeah, okay. So it has to make a long loop, which means that oxygen must do this. And afterwards, this can happen. Oh, there's a clash. Which means that after this, there must be a very long dance going on as well. Maybe this? Oh, that works. Whoa. Oh, that works, but like it barely works out. Jeez, wow. Yeah, this might be the most intricately designed dance of all. Despite being like a really simple puzzle. Yeah, this is definitely one of the most intricately designed ones. Like, to be perfectly designed for them to just barely graze past each other twice. Yeah, that's excellent setting. Anyway, our body can create vitamin D using sunlight. Ultraviolet B rays break down a molecule in the skin called 7-DHC. That's very technical. The resulting pre-vitamin is then made into vitamin D using body heat. Interesting. A reaction that starts off with heat is interesting. Okay. That's C section. How long have I been going at this? 26 minutes. I think that's a good way to... I think that's a good place to stop. 26 minutes is good for an episode. Alright, so we finished 2 sections today. Actually, we only did half of each section because we did one half of it just now already. But alright, 2 sections is great. We'll continue that next time. The N and O sections. Yeah, alright. Until then though, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.